Welcome to the Rhythm Room, a monthly moment to realign with grace. I'm Coach Paula, and each month we explore how awareness, intention, and momentum create a rhythm for growth that lasts. So let's take a breath, settle in, and step into this month's rhythm together. Let's go.
Hello, this is Coach Paula. Welcome to this edition of the Rhythm Room. We are at the intersection of own and awareness in the third quarter of Root in 26. And so tonight we are talking about sitting with the reflection. So welcome to the Rhythm Room. Let me frame tonight's experience for you. Tonight is not about fixing yourself. No. Tonight is all about becoming honest enough to notice what keeps repeating beneath the surface. Because that leads to awareness. And awareness ultimately takes courage. Not because the truth is cruel. I don't think it is. But because the truth, it reveals things and removes our ability to hide. We like to hide, but the truth does not allow you to hide. So tonight, this is what we're going to do. We're going to slow down. We're going to reflect. And we are going to make room for honesty without shame. So take a deep breath. Let it out and release it slowly. Allow your shoulders to relax. Allow your breathing to settle. And allow yourself to arrive fully in this moment. If you need to pause the recording from time to time, that's fine. I'll be here. I'll leave some pauses, but you may need more time. Take all the time that you need. So, most recurring struggles are connected to recurring patterns. Yeah. We have patterns of thought, patterns of avoidance, patterns of emotional reaction, patterns of fear, even patterns of silence. And far too often, we become so familiar with these patterns that we just stop questioning them. We simply call them our personality. That's just the way I am. That's just my habits. That's just my normal. No, it's not. But self-control is what invites us to look beneath the surface. We can't just look at the surface level anymore, guys. We've got to go underneath and look beneath the surface. Not to try to shame ourselves. That's never our objectives. We're not here to bring shame to ourselves, but we're here to understand ourselves and to be honest enough to stop operating unconsciously, to operate with a conscious awareness. Because awareness is a powerful tool. Because you can't transform what you refuse to acknowledge. So we've got to acknowledge some things so that we can transform. And so tonight, I really want you to consider this question. What is it that keeps repeating in my life that I've normalized instead of examined? Think about that. What keeps repeating in your life that you've actually normalized it instead of examined it? And so as you bring your attention to this one recurring frustration or reaction or emotional cycle, Just one. We're not going to look at all 10, all 12. We're going to pick one, and we're going to focus on that one. So what is it that keeps resurfacing? What is it that feels familiar? What pattern has quietly shaped your responses for far longer than you'd like to admit? What is that one thing that we can honestly focus on tonight? And as you've identified that, ask yourself this next series of questions. When does this pattern usually appear? What's happening, the time and space where this sort of comes up? Who does it affect? Because most times it's not just you. So who's affected by this pattern when it shows up? And what is this pattern really costing me? Emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually, relationally. When we gain this awareness, it's not condemnation. This level of awareness brings clarity. That clarity is what helps us to then look even deeper. So as you continue thinking about this one thing, let's dig a little deeper, guys. And I want you to think about what is the emotion that may be driving this pattern. Because what we see is the fruit, but the emotion is really the root of what's happening. So what is at the root of this pattern? Is it fear? Is it rejection? Control? Exhaustion? Insecurity? Or even perhaps disappointment? Sit with that for a moment. Don't rush your answer. Take the moment and really face this and think about it. Because sometimes the patterns, they survive because we only are managing the symptoms while ignoring the roots. We're only treating and analyzing and focusing on what we can see. Meanwhile, that unseen thing is really what's wreaking havoc. So what is the truth about yourself that you have avoided acknowledging? Let's identify that. Not to bring shame to you, but to understand yourself honestly. You're doing a great job. Let's step into alignment now, because we need to look at what we've uncovered, what we've unearthed, and look at this pattern and ask ourselves, does this pattern align with the person that I'm becoming in this season and that I desire to be? Does this pattern support my peace? Does it support my purpose? Does it support my relationships? Does it support the growth that I'm seeking? Or has this pattern quietly kept me stuck in some regard? The alignment question is critical because alignment begins when the honesty becomes stronger than the avoidance. I'm going to say that again. Yeah. The alignment begins when the honesty becomes stronger than the avoidance. No more avoidance. We must honestly face whatever this is. Because ultimately, once we face it, then we can do something about it. So I know I've thrown a lot of questions at you. You may feel weighted down. You may feel a bit overwhelmed. That's normal and that's okay. But I'm here for you. So let's take a moment, okay? I want you to place your hand over your heart. If you want to close your eyes, you can. And I want you to take a slow breath in. And then take another real slow breath out. You can do that again if you want. A slow breath in. And then another slow breath out. I just want to encourage you that you're not required to solve anything tonight. Like I said, this is all about awareness. So you are responsible for telling yourself the truth. You don't have to solve for it, but you must tell yourself the truth on tonight. And so I want you to repeat this mantra after me. I can face what is real. I can acknowledge what needs attention. I can stop hiding from the patterns that are beneath the surface. And awareness is now the beginning of my healing. I'm proud of you. Great job. Open your eyes if they were closed. Taking another deep breath in out. And I want you to grab your journal if you don't have it already. And grab your phone. I hope you haven't been on it. And wherever you store your notes, I want you to write this down. You're going to write this sentence that says, one pattern that I can no longer ignore is blank. One pattern that I can no longer ignore is blank. Fill in that blank. And then I want you to think about what's in that blank. What has that pattern been costing you? And then think about what changes when you finally become honest about it. That'll be part of our next steps. But tonight, we're not fixing it. Tonight, we're just becoming aware. And so as we close, remember, tonight is not about being perfect. Tonight is about becoming aware, because awareness is a sacred thing. Awareness comes and it interrupts our autopilot, and it disrupts those patterns and cycles. And so that's very necessary. And then once you can see clearly, then you can start making the intentional choices instead of the unconscious reactions. Because if you're not aware, you're just unconsciously looping. But awareness comes and disrupts that. It gives us an opportunity to set an intention around it. So the truth that you're willing to face today may very well become the freedom that you experience on tomorrow. I'm going to say that again. The truth that you're willing to face today may very well become the freedom that you experience on tomorrow. So thank you so much for joining me in the Rhythm Room this month and for sitting with your reflection. I'll see you next month. Take care.
Thanks for joining me in the Rhythm Room today. This has been your space to reflect, realign, and grow at a pace that honors who you're becoming. Until next time, stay grounded, stay present, and stay in rhythm.